Sugar Chile Robinson was brought into the world as a child prodigy pianist, a boy who, at a young age, played before the president and shared the stage with great masters. People said, "This child will live his whole life in music." But in truth, he chose another path. Instead of music, he turned toward study. "Chile, you must not throw away that talent. You're a child who should never leave the stage." Yet he quietly shook his head. "I must follow my own way. Music is too hard, and I want to continue my studies." His resolve was firm. Instead of applause from the stage, he chose books. One day in his youth, Chile met another boy. The boy was still very young, but already known for extraordinary talent. That boy was Stevie Wonder. Stevie could not see. But the moment he sat at the piano, it no longer mattered. His fingers danced across the keys, filling the room with astonishing sound. When the music stopped, Stevie turned his head and spoke to Chile. "I have admired you since I was a child. Through the radio, through stories people told, your music became my dream." Chile smiled in surprise. A boy even younger than himself was now speaking with such sincerity and respect. "Thank you for saying that. But the performance you just played, that was truly remarkable. You are already walking a path that will surpass me." "No, not yet. I still have far to go. But I want to keep making music. I want the world to hear my songs." That meeting stayed with Chale for a long time. Though he had stepped away from the stage, knowing that his footsteps had become someone's dream was a joy beyond measure. Time passed. Jazz entered a new era. On stage came the unfamiliar sounds of fusion, funk, and modern jazz. The world demanded something new, and in that process, the once famed child prodigy Sugar Chile Robinson began to fade from memory. Instead, other geniuses rose. The boy he once met, Stevie Wonder, became a global superstar, and innovators like Herbie Hancock, Bill Evans, and Chick Corea rewrote the future of jazz. Chile, at least once, tried to follow their music. The rhythms of fusion, the grooves of funk, the new sounds of the age. But in the end, they felt like clothes that did not fit. He tried them on, but they could never truly be his own. I made my choice. It was ordinary, yes, but in that ordinary life, I could still live as myself. Then one day, he sat in front of the TV watching Stevie Wonder command the stage of a live show. After a moment of silence, Chale murmured to himself, "Stevie is Stevie, and I am me." In the end, music will remember us both. Of course, sometimes comparison still crept in. The friend I once met as a child, Stevie Wonder, became a world star, and I remained an ordinary, nameless man. His life now continued not with glamorous stages, but with everyday moments. The streets and homes of Detroit and small local stages became his world. He still lived with music, helping local musicians, working at an auto cab company, and supporting performances when he could. At small neighborhood events, he would sit at the piano and say with a laugh, "When I was a child, I once played like this at the White House." One day, riding with his nephew, in an Uber, the driver kept glancing at him in the mirror before finally speaking. "Wait, aren't you that piano prodigy I once saw on TV?" Chile smiled, slightly startled. "Yes, that was a long time ago." "Wow, I can't believe it. To meet in person the man I only saw on TV when I was a kid. This is incredible." After a pause, the driver carefully asked, "Do you ever regret leaving music behind?" Chile looked out the window, then gave his familiar smile. "Regret? No, I chose my own path. Music was part of my life, but my life was greater than music. I left the stage, yes, but if I still remain in people's hearts, then that is enough." His voice was calm, but within it lay the peace that only comes after many long years. He had not become a global star, but in his own way, he remained connected to music and to life itself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and turn on the notifications.